Moon Platoon. Have you ever seen The Simpsons come true? Like, this is just one of the things that you see often, right? This is a DD about what happened with Citadel, keeping their lights on at 3 a.m. in the morning. We had seen drone footage of this from the Chicagoan apes that were tracking this event, right? All over the world, we saw these large financial institutions with their lights on, working hard over the weekend. Is this something to do with the DTC 003? Is it something to do with a late night weekend office work and scheming, like user programmer Soggy wants to write out in a full DD? But first, let me show you some fun memes. Chicago apes during legendary 418 night, right? We actually had some people ask Chicago-based apes, can you recreate Homer's sign and stand outside Citadel HQ tomorrow morning? So that this can be fun meme here. And look at what someone actually did. Make sure to watch this video to the end because we are going to cover that DD of exactly why they had their office lights on. But look, the internet delivers. There is Homer Simpson wearing a gorilla mask, ringing his bell all the way around the Citadel headquarters there. I think my favorite part is when someone tries to enter, he rings the bell a little harder. So this is him following this person, ringing that bell a little harder. What does this all mean? Why is it so exciting to be in Chicago right now, flying drones around the office and just proving that it was open? Here is some of that drone footage right there, just so that you guys can see. People are actually setting up shop, staking out this area, and looking at Citadel's office completely lit up at the middle of the night. Right? This was even a DD written out by somebody for like Mission Chimp Possible. That's a very fun one right there. So why? What exactly is happening? What is the relevance of this late night weekend office work scheming? Well, I'm happy to run through this. If you guys can drop 800 likes on this video, that would be excellent and I would appreciate it. Here we go. We've all seen the posts of various office buildings with their lights on at odd hours of the night these last 2 days. Now, what is the significance of these, you might ask? I'm hoping to share some of the thoughts in an effort to connect more significant dots for more wrinkly-brained apes than him. And so go ahead and drop a upvote on this, right, for user programmer Soggy. It's going to be in the description down below, and here we go. If needed, they can provide proof to the mods, but it's not like, they've been working in the NYC finance scene for over a decade, and they want to provide some insights on how that scene and buildings generally operate. Number 1, thoughts on random work hours. He lives in New York City, and they can tell you that the office lights on at night are nothing new. The strange thing is that most modern offices have occupancy sensors tied to timers and motion detectors that turn off the lights. So if nobody's there, they should be generally turned off in an effort to go green. While working nights and weekends isn't a new thing in the banking industry, working those nights and weekends in the middle of a pandemic is, as most people work from home, which brings them to the next point. Number 2, COVID pandemic work from home implications. We're in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Most employees have been working from home over a year now. So some banks like JP Morgan have started getting groups of specific employees back in the office to ensure productivity. Think sales and trading employees versus marketing folk. These people tend to be in the office during trading hours, Monday to Friday, when markets are open and clients and counterparties are taking their calls. So if you just spaced out for a hot second, understand that these 2 points added together means that there's a very specific demographic of people that could be in the office right now, especially during the middle of COVID working restrictions, right? Why would they leave their wives and their wives' boyfriends' bed in the middle of the night and show up en masse to multiple different offices around the world if there wasn't some important things to do? Number 3, location to lights in the building. Now they know that it might sound like a stretch, but it's important enough to mention. Let's see exactly how important this is. This shows that personally, these aren't just lowly interns effing around out of boredom on a weekend night. These are senior folk. Number 2, they have communal meeting spaces will be off limits to most people given social distancing, unless of course the C-blank-O level of people that can pull rank. So this is a bit of a speculation. However, they want to even think about the location of the lights in Citadel. relevance of Google Maps data. While the lights on themselves wouldn't be suspicious, right? Combining these data points with the fact that Google Maps shows high levels of busyness shows these trends are outside the norm. They posted this separately, but there's a status of Google Maps as of 7 p.m. EST. I can tell you that people do not want to be in office on Sunday night away from their families. Just what I said, right? It's basically what I just said. And C, also, if there's a regular meeting for general operations, this could be done over Zoom versus having people in person. So can't agree more. This is exactly the points that you should be covering. Why exactly are these people here? And what kind of regulations could they be responding to? 5. Several buildings showcasing similar activity around the globe. They will end on this final point here, that they have lost count on how many various cities from Chicago to London to Frankfurt to Amsterdam have been mentioned on the forum, having all of their offices light up on the same weekend. Counter theory, unless of course there are cleaning crews coordinating internationally to mess with us, yeah, doesn't seem like that is the case. Too long didn't read, seems like something is brewing and everyone is getting into their ducks in a row. Weekend work and nights aren't anything new in the finance and banking world, but doing so in the middle of a pandemic when most people are working from home is. I'll leave you with this. One example of a similar thing happening over the weekend in 2008 is when JP Morgan acquired Bear Stearns. This happened over the course of a weekend between March 15th to 16th in 2008, and the story is well worth a read. So once again, this is only the behavior of financial systems when they have some very important pieces to cover. And there is even an edit here, some great comments of course while mentioning there could be a reason why these meetings are done in person, since some conversations need to happen live, such as perhaps the DTC 003 coming into effect, which is perhaps what Mr. Gary Gensler coming into the position of the SEC head and finding out that there are a lot of paperwork to be filed before 003 comes into effect. So where these financial institutions are trying really hard to be able to make themselves either seem less risky, because 003 is a lie detector. Right, it's for the DTC to say, whoever is lying to me, whoever is risky, you guys are going to be in a world of trouble. And right now is every single hedge fund, every single financial institution in the world trying to get all their ducks in a row. Make sure that you guys have already liked that post. Go and show the source some love. And as always, for Sleepy Professor Meatball, hey, we're trying to get up to 100,000 subscribers. It would be great if you come along, join the show, and press that subscribe button. If you guys wanted to support the show even more, there's the Moon Platoon, Gorillionaire, and Meatball the Space Legend tier links on Patreon and on YouTube. I have started very recently to include as a tier for the Space Legend and above my 6-figure investment portfolio as well. So if you guys wanted to access that, that is going to be one of the goodies you get on top of a lot more. So once again, thank you for supporting the show, and we'll see all of you in the money.